right, it is Monday, August 26th, 6:30. Let the City of Grantville regular City Council meeting come to order. Please rise for the invocation and pledge of allegiance. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. The kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Right, is that all I got?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion? All right.
Second.
Ms. Berry, I don't have any notes that you're speaking.
Mr. Mayor. Are we residents' comments? Are we residents' comments?
On the agenda.
Yes. Okay. I have, for the record, first of all, there was a statement posted online that the Grishaber family has lost 2 family members in the past 3 months. And I'd like to express my sincere condolences to City Manager Al Grishaber and his family at this time of mourning the loss of these 2 beloved daughters. And I'm sure that many people in the audience join with me to express condolence to him. Now, since we, the citizens of Grantville, are in opposition to Resolution 2024-11, that's on the agenda, adopting the fiscal year 25-26 budget proposed by the city manager, I will make a motion to delay approval of the proposed budget due to additional time needed for review and due to many unanswered questions. Hopefully I will get a second to my motion for one of the other council members, Councilman Brain, Councilman Clark, or Mayor Pro Tem Evans. I would also like to announce that there was an open records request submitted for my personal emails. I provided these emails on the subject, on the dates requested, provided 265 emails to someone by the name of Hank Reardon 666. So he got, or she got a bunch of my personal emails. Now, I finally got access to my, that was on August 7th. So I finally got access to my city email box, dberry@grantvillega.org on August the 16th at 2:12 p.m. When I first opened my box, with the assistance of Chris at Brightside Net, I had 2,050 messages in my inbox. Never seen them. Thank you. Thank you, Grantville residents, friends, concerned citizens. I love you. I appreciate your support and encouraging words in those emails. The IT rep could not explain why 10 of those emails had been deleted before I opened the page. One of them sent by the mayor. One of those deleted had been sent by the mayor inviting council members to meet within a couple of days at the Veterans Park to acknowledge a donation from bondsmen. I was not properly informed. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to stand with me to request the Grantville City Council go back to the drawing board and present a reasonable fiscal year budget for this rural city of Grantville? Only 5.8 square miles with 3,180 people residing in 1,189 housing units and very few commercial businesses. Yes, we are Grantville, a small rural Georgia city with limited revenue. We are not a bustling, noisy, urban city like Atlanta. Grantville City Council, please look at this proposed budget carefully through the eyes of citizens who have been deprived of services like needing repair of a hole in the pavement or road in front of our houses, repair of playground equipment where our grandchild plays every day, adequate streetlights in our subdivisions, removal of wild animals roaming in our neighborhoods, no food bank in the event we would need to make a withdrawal to feed a hungry child or a grandchild, or our utilities being shut off because of being $1 short of payment of the bill to the city. We concerned citizens feel that no one should have to go without the necessities of life: clean air and water, food, decent shelters, safe, tranquil home environments, and peace of mind. We expect our tax money to be spent wisely and reflect our wishes for services we need. As I mentioned at the last council meeting, we the people have a lot of questions regarding this proposed budget for 2025 presented by the city manager, Al Creaser, and the mayor Proctor. We sat down at our kitchen table and reviewed this proposed budget.
We're moving on.
And we expect to provide, you expect us to provide the revenue to support. We need answers to 20 questions, what I will present.
Okay. Approval of minutes. City Council special call meeting minutes for July 8, 2024. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
City Council regular meeting minutes for July 22nd, 2024. I have a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
I oppose, Mr. Mayor.
City Council public hearing minutes for August 5th, 2024. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Mr. Mayor, I have a
City Council work
objection to
session meeting
approval of these
minutes,
minutes.
August
On
12th,
August
2024. Do I have a
we
motion?
refused a citizen who came to the podium to speak under public hearings. It's not noted on
Motion.
these minutes.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
I oppose.
City Council special call meeting minutes, August 19th, 2024. Do I have a motion?
Motion. Second.
All in
I'm
favor?
opposed, Mr. Mayor. These minutes are incomplete and do not
Okay.
include important information that was provided at
All right.
that meeting.
Now we will enter into a public hearing. This public hearing is to hear on adoption of ordinance to make the following text amendments to the city Grantville zoning ordinance to amend subdivision, and I'll just say residential appearance standards. A copy of the present ordinance will be available for public inspection in the office of the city clerk during regular business hours, which it has. We'll open the public meeting at 6:37. Anyone speaking for our residential subdivision building standards, please come forward. Seeing no one, anyone speaking against our residential subdivision building standards, please come forward. Seeing none, we will close the public meeting at 6:37, 50 seconds. Decision on second reading of ordinance number 24-07 to amend subdivision ordinance to add residential development appearance standards. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Opposed.
Okay. Discussion on first reading of ordinance 2024-09 to amend zoning ordinance Article 5, Section 5.3, Table 5.3, permitted use schedule, tattoo shop, add special use for CR zoning. So CR is commercial residential. We have an applicant who who got approved 2.5 years ago, but as we found out in the zoning table, it's not a conditional. So we're having to go back through the process to add conditional to the zoning table. This is the first reading. It will be completed out at the end of September. Do we have any discussion? Okay. Decision on resolution 2024-11 to adopt the City of Grantville fiscal year 2024-25 budget. Do I have a motion?
Mr. Mayor,
I have a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to oppose, to take this back to the drawing board and to oppose the adoption
Okay, I'm
of
going to make a
this
statement. You had
budget.
60 days to go through this.
Mr. Mayor, that is my motion.
Okay, do I have a second on her motion? Hearing none, it fails. Do I have a motion to advance?
I would like to make a motion to advance it with the edit for our city council printing and binding budget, since we're going to be going the way of technology, to lower it from $5,000 to $500.
Okay, so we have a motion to lower the printing and binding for the city council to $500 to $4,500. Do I have a second on that alone?
500.
No, he's gonna lower it
Lower it
to
for
$500.
to $500.
Yeah.
Do I have a second to discuss that?
Second.
Okay, so I kind of reviewed this a little bit with the team here. We're still going to need some funds to purchase the equipment,
Okay.
and this will be in September. We're going to have it in our city council meeting in September, to be purchased in October. The suggestion was to keep the amount there, and then when we make the budget amendments in October, to then move it. Is that clear? Because we're not certain the total cost, because we may have to make some software upgrades.
So are you gonna take it out of that line item?
Yes, it's coming off that line item.
So the tablets might come out of that.
The tablets will come off the printing line item, and we'll talk about this in September. It's going to be on the agenda in September.
Okay.
All right,
So you have to amend your motion.
Oh,
so you got to remove your motion.
No, he can amend it.
And you can amend it.
I would like to amend it to,
The
Press forward. the
yeah,
budget
press
as
forward
is.
the budget as it is.
Okay, do I have a second?
second.
Any further discussion?
So the motion is to adopt the
As
resolution
is.
passing, adopting the budget, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Any other discussion?
Is this to adopt the whole budget?
Yes.
Just that change?
Nope, the entire budget.
Well, I have some other things that I would like to get answers to on this budget.
Okay?
How much of this budget is earmarked, set aside for our children?
We don't handle children in the city of Grantville.
How much is set aside to remodel empty buildings,
We
which are
don't,
not being used, some not even owned by Grantville?
that would come under, well, we don't remodel any building not owned by Grantville, so that's not even an issue. And other ones that have, one's being talked about remodeled, that's coming out of capital funds, which are splossed. Nothing to do with general budget, which is what is in front of us.
And where's our capital fund budget? It's not,
You've already seen it. We've gone over it since last year.
was the capital fund budget approved for 2025?
We have an approved capital expenditure budget that's ongoing. You all approved it last year. We made some amendments. We added some things like pickleball courts, like other items.
Yeah, basketball court.
Right. The capital budget is already, is totally separate from this budget.
So you're saying there's nothing else in the capital improvement budget that needs to be approved by the city council?
Not currently.
How much in this budget is earmarked for vehicles, gasoline, or
What
any
percentage?
equipment that we don't necessarily need?
There's no such thing as equipment we don't need. Every department has identified the equipment they need, and we have calculated out what those fuel costs will be from a budgetary standpoint.
How much are we going to be spending to train our employees, some who have been hired without the stated job qualifications and require skills necessary to perform the job? How much is
Okay,
there
that's a
for
loaded
training
question, that you're
employees?
implying that our employees are not educated and not able to do the job. I reject the
For
question from
any,
the start.
for any
I reject the
employees
question.
that need to be trained for the job they're
We
doing.
have training budget for the employees. Some of them require mandatory training.
Then how much is in this budget for training?
Did you not review the budget and see the training expenditures by department? You had 60 days.
Is there any amount allocated for a needed forensic audit to answer the question
No.
regarding the fiscal mismanagement?
No, because it's not needed, and another implication that I reject totally from you.
Have any of the council committees met to review this proposed budget?
The council is here and have had it for 60 days to review. No need for committees.
I said council committee meetings.
As I said, the council committees are made up of council people. They've had the budget for 60 days to review.
How much is allocated for a charter review committee?
We don't need a charter review committee. We don't have a charter
Obviously,
review
there's
committee.
something wrong with our language in our charter because every meeting, there's something being violated that's a
That's
provision
your
of the
opinion
charter.
again.
It's not my opinion, it's fact.
Okay, opinion. Go ahead.
What did we take in for surplus vehicles and equipment? How much revenue did we get from selling items? And what was sold and who bought it? Where's that list?
That has nothing to do with this budget.
Well, that's under revenue.
No, it's not.
Revenue coming in, miscellaneous, isn't that what that is?
No, miscellaneous is other items, and frankly, we hardly even sell anything that's surplus. We don't have surplus. I think the only thing we have sold is the mayor's old car, which I told him to sell day one. I would never drive that thing. I think we got $3,000 for it, I think. It's gone, that's all I care about.
Does this budget include, like you said, we've already approved the capital improvement budget. I'm not sure that the revised budget has been approved by us, but funds in this budget to fix our roads, our streets, our sidewalks.
That's capital
We got-
projects as well. That's capital
And you
budget.
said that budget has already been approved.
We have a current capital projects budget that's approved of capital projects, yes.
The budget we're currently operating under, when was it reviewed and amended?
And I think the last time was the pickleball courts. Does that sound about right?
I think so.
Yeah, it was about 3 months ago.
Did that include corrective action? That was
Define corrective
indicated.
action.
Corrective action from the audit last year that said that we need to take corrective action.
There was no corrective action needed. Our audit was clean. There's nothing we had to correct.
Now, the person that wanted to speak when we had our public
That has
hearing
nothing to do with the budget.
regarding the
Nothing
budget,
to do with the budget,
who was told that they couldn't
Nothing to
speak
do with the
because they
budget.
didn't live in Grantville.
which is correct, but has nothing to do with the budget discussion. Please stay on topic.
Well, it's my understanding this gentleman had a proposal that would have brought more revenue into the city.
And
so
I
that
have worked
does
with the
have
gentleman
something
and
to
have
do with
made
budget.
an arrangement. End of story.
If you feel that nobody needs to have any questions or any input except you, then I think you got under the wrong, and you're under the wrong, I don't know what city that you feel like you're.
Mr. Mitchell, would you please read
but it's
section
not Grantville.
3.03 pertaining to the budget for the mayor? Just the budget part.
The mayor shall submit to the council annual budgets, reports, and other such information as he may deem necessary or the council may require.
And the mayor, with the city manager, with the different department heads, with Mr. Mills, prepared and worked on this budget. Okay?
With not adequate review by the council committees
There are
or
no
the
committees
council
needed to
members
review.
who
You've had
also need to
60
vote
days.
on this budget.
You've
to
had
approve it.
60 days to review it. 60 days.
How could we review it, Mr. Mayor, if you wouldn't let us meet?
You've been meeting for 4 times. In addition, you have time at home to study, put questions together. You are free to ask questions individually of me, Mr. Grishaber, anybody. All right, do we have any other pertinent questions or discussion? All right, all in favor of the budget signify by saying aye.
Opposed?
Okay. Decision on resolution number 2412 to accept Jeep loan in the amount not to exceed $125,000 to perform a lead service line inventory project. Very briefly, well, do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
We are required by the state to perform an inventory of all lead lines from meters to the house, which technically belong to the customer. We don't know quite yet what the total impact, we assume it's very small since it mostly affects the older part of the city, and we're going to have to address it into this next year. This money is simply to help with that inventory. And it's a loan, we will not have to, we get it, and it's going to basically be forgiven. All right? All in favor of accepting the loan? Decision on resolution 2024-13 honoring police officer Corporal Kevin F. Infinite. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Okay, second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Decision on the FY '24 audit engagement letter prepared by Gerald G. Pentecost Jr., CPA, at a cost of $29,500. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Decision on FY 2025 contract for services with Three Rivers Area Agency on Aging. Do I have a motion?
So
Motion.
moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Decision on a proposal from the Grantville Beautification Board to install a new welcome to Grantville sign, lighting, and landscaping at the corner of 29 and Griffin Street at a cost not to exceed $10,000. Do I have a motion?
Do we have a discussion?
Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Okay, any other questions on it?
Yes, I have a question.
Please silence your phones, turn them off.
My question, Mr. Mayor, is whether or not there was a, if you got any proposals on that cost of the sign, it seems kind of high, $10,000 for a
It's
sign.
not to exceed 10,000. Yes, the beautification board talked to several people. We don't have to put it out for an RFP. We got a group out of Noonan who's gonna do it.
This comes from the money from the Marble.
Yeah, it's been paid for by movie money. Okay? All in favor of the sign?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
Decision on proposal to resurface and restore basketball court located at 92 Post Street at a cost not to exceed $6,000. I have a motion.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Discussion?
Okay?
Exactly what work is going to be done?
Mr. Clark?
It's gonna be clean, painted, all the cracks filled in. The goals will be, repainted and refurbished, and there will be, yes, there will be new, lines put on the court, and the Grantville logo will be put in the center court. You have a picture of it in the
packet.
packet, yes.
Okay.
Okay, I was just wondering if there's any plan for the other parks where we have basketball courts.
We don't have basketball courts in other parks.
The other parks where you have a basketball hoop?
Nope.
Isn't there one over on
Nope.
Meriwether Street? Or was that taken down?
I believe it's taken down.
So there's no longer a basketball hoop at the park on Meriwether Street?
Not functional, no.
Is there any plans to replace that?
Not currently.
Well, Mr. Mayor, I feel like we need to move this money around and
Well, let's address,
into
let's get
neighborhoods where
Post
they're
Street
needed,
done,
and
because
not focus all on one, put it
that
all on
basketball
one
court is,
area.
well, everybody comes to Post Street. It's centrally located in the city. That's where the kids play. I do see them out there playing.
I see
And the
them
basketball
playing
court is like really used a lot.
It
Yeah.
is. So this is a good item. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Decision on special event permit application to clean up city parks on National Cleanup Day to take place on September 21st, 2024, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at 92 Post Street and 329 Griffin. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
No,
All right,
I voted no on that, Mr. Mayor.
okay.
I feel like the staff should get out there and clean those parks. That's what they're paid for.
Okay. Mr. Bryant, I need to caution you on one thing on this. You can address us, but there's not a darn thing we can do about it. This is between you and a private entity. You can still talk to us, but I'm just telling you, the council can do nothing.
Oh, you can't.
The council has not heard it, Mr. Mayor.
He wrote down what he said. Trailer park and the new owner, he is not helping us at all. He wants everyone out on November, not January. There's nothing the council can do.
I just wanted to.
You can make a statement, but I'm just trying to tell you up front, nothing we can do about that.
I just want to make a statement. I'm Wendell Bryan. I live at 156 Arnold Street. When this park was sold, and I received a letter 3 weeks ago from Hope Properties that they're managing this, because the man called me at 4:10 this afternoon. He's not willing to upgrade or hold up to his end of the bargain. And I just want to, the only reason why I'm bringing this to y'all's attention, like you said, he's not holding up to his end of the deal on helping folks get out. He's helped one family, he's not helping nobody else. And I think that's very unfair, and I think the city made a mistake by allowing the townhomes to come in. That's, you know, and it's nothing personally against, I have nothing against the city, but I think it's just the way the whole thing has been handled. Because we have been looking for 4.5 months prior to this ordeal going down. We have not found anything less than $4,000 a month, and I don't have that kind of money. And I was just wanted to see if there's anything the city could do or talk to these folks. I mean, I'm just asking.
Are you stating that Cornerstone Properties is not helping?
No, Cornerstone owner, Mr. David, called me, like I said, this afternoon. He said that he is not holding up his end of the deal that he promised the city and the former owner.
Okay, did you say you talked to Cornerstone this afternoon?
Yes, sir.
And Cornerstone is saying they're not holding up to the end of the deal.
He's not willing to go.
Who is he?
A guy named David's all I know.
Okay, because I've been told differently, so I'll ask the question for you.
Okay.
Okay.
But the dates he gave us for the time being to get out and everything, and it says he should be out by January. And he informed me he wanted me out by November 1st.
Okay, I will ask them as I can, but there's nothing the city can do. This is a private matter between you and the property owners.
Hmm.
Okay?
All right, well, y'all are the ones that approved the,
Well, we didn't approve them buying the property. That's a
No.
private transaction.
But
The
you-
zoning has nothing to do with what's happening here. They bought the property, we have property rights in the state of Georgia. Whatever they want to do with the property, they can do.
okay.
All right. All right, with that, seeing how the business of the evening is finished, we are adjourned. Congratulations on that. I tell you what, it was amazing.